Logan Paul's now deleted response video to Coffeezilla. At first, I didn't want to cover this, because as a normal person, I don't care about Logan Paul at all. I find him stupid and annoying. And honestly, I don't even care about the people that he scammed. You know what? If Logan Paul managed to scam you, if you trusted this guy, you deserve it. Whatever you do, whichever road you take, all roads would most likely lead to you losing that money or you spending it on some useless garbage anyway. And whoever scams your money, if you were smart enough to trust this guy with it and think that, oh boy, this is going to be a great investment and make me a millionaire, you deserve it, you would have lost the money, and chances are whoever scammed you is probably using that money for a lot more good than you would ever do. It's harsh, but that's the reality. If you trust this guy, that's on you. That is 100% completely on you. But his response video is seemingly legendary, which, is going to be probably interesting, so let's watch.
I watched your 3-part series called Investigating Logan Paul's Biggest Scam, and like many on this platform, you have successfully used my name for views and money. While your work...
It's called the game of YouTube, my friend. Everyone does it, you do it, I do it. There are no exceptions. You either play the game, or the game plays you and you get nowhere.
Used to be impartial, your addiction to clicks has clouded your judgment, and you've made very real errors with very real repercussions. Coffee, you took a shot at my
You should actually show a couple of those errors, or at least hint at them, not just say, oh, what you said is wrong. No, prove what he said is wrong.
Reputation. So in this video today, I'm going to be defending myself with facts, something that you have gotten in the habit of twisting as you continue to morph from an investigator to a gossip channel. You see, Coffeezilla tried to work with law enforcement in the past, but his work was described as not anchored to truth and often speculative. He is a...
Okay, you need to provide proof to this, because you know what? I actually would believe that, because I recently watched that 3-parter of Coffeezilla, and I'm probably going to make a video about the first one, because that is not an investigation. Again, if this guy decided to jump off a cliff, I would just laugh about it, literally do not care about him. But that 3-part series the Coffeezilla did was not great. Actually, it was quite problematic, because Coffeezilla did not ask a bunch of questions that he should have. So, Logan Paul actually has a decent shot at proving himself wrong, or at least besmirking Coffeezilla's name here. But he kind of already has failed at saying that implying that Coffeezilla wanted to be a policeman, or something like that. But then he didn't, because he made shit up. And yeah, that's something you need to 100% prove, not just say.
Anchored to truth and often speculative. He is a lopsided journalist with an agenda, and he's nothing more than the Keemstar of crypto and finance. But
man, that must have hurt. But yes, Coffeezilla definitely has an agenda, but everyone has one.
Opposed to just telling you, I'm going to show you some of the core discrepancies that I caught in Coffeezilla's investigation. Coffee, you interviewed the developer who stole the game code, fled to Switzerland, and held it hostage for $1 million. Well, his name is Zach Kelling. Surely, as the internet detective that you proclaim to be, you would know that he spent time in prison for multiple felonies, one for aggravated robbery, armed robbery at a liquor store, and the other for, surprise, obstructing the legal process. I can see why you kept him anonymous.
Who will be...
Okay, I don't believe he would ever lie about this, because that's literally making someone out to be a criminal, and you can 100% get sued. So I'm gonna trust him on that one. I have heard a little bit about this, and people say that those records have been expunged. And by the way, expunged doesn't mean that they didn't happen, or that the person is not guilty of it. So that's kind of a thing. Also, considering I have watched Coffee's video, this is pretty damning, by the way. The fact that that guy was anonymous was not really good.
Calling Z here.
I guess among many things, it doesn't surprise me that he lied about having 30 engineers and a $50,000 a week burn rate.
On my end, I have 30 engineers. I'm burning $50,000 a week.
Which, side note, is how this...
Yeah, by the way, so he could do really good here, by the way, because this is a huge problem with Coffeezilla's video. It's this part that he put in, because he interviewed that guy, and that guy said, "Yeah, we're burning 50K a week with 30 engineers," and Coffeezilla asks literally for no proof of it. No proof that there's 30K being burnt. No proof that there's a team of engineers. No, nothing. He just takes his word for it. And that's really bad.
This delusionist landed on the $1 million code ransom, but it turns out he only had 3 engineers. Wouldn't someone with journalistic integrity know their credible source had not only an agenda, but a fondness for orange jumpsuits? Or did you...
And by the way, this whole thing is so problematic because I have again heard that, you know, there are 30 engineers. People are talking about this so much, so that's why I got into it. But the thing is, if that guy legitimately had a team of 30 engineers, it's so fishy, it's so absolutely unbelievable that there was no contract, that there was nothing in writing. Because if you're burning for 50K of your own money per week, and you have 30 people working for you, there is absolutely no situation in real life where there is not something written in paper already. The contract is already signed, because this is what beginners in business will tell you, that you need to, that, you know, your word is, you can't break your word, because if you break your word, then people will not do business with you. That's something that losers who don't know anything about business sometimes spew. Don't know even how this got so popular, but yeah, that's what they say. Real people who understand business never do a single thing without a contract already been signed. No one who knows anything, who understands anything, starts business with anyone outside of the government. The government is the only exception where you can start business in some certain situations and know that they're going to go through and sign the thing or give you the money at the bare minimum, because the government can't literally allow, you know, themselves to scam a third party. But for private institutions to do not sign a contract with another private institution and go into business and start doing work, insane. 50K a week, that is bullshit. There's 100 to 1 chance that is a 100% lie, and Coffee does not ask a single question about it, even though that's a huge red flag. And instantaneously, if you tell anyone that who understands anything, they will most likely think, yeah, that guy's probably lying. There's no way he spends 50K. There's no way he has a team of 30 people. That cannot be true. There must be a paper signed somewhere.
Just hear what you wanted to hear and moved on. Because even if you're lying to yourself, Steven, you still have to believe it. And I know what you're thinking. What type of idiot would work with an unsavory individual like Zach Kelling? I guess that's what I get for trusting the team that I relied on to vet and manage Eddie's hiring process, who has turned out to be a professional conman that I have since learned fooled billionaires, the Mormon Church, the owner of the New York Yankees, and now me. And surely...
Hey, you need to vet the people you work make work for you. That is 100%, and that's inexcusable, right? Like, Logan Paul's 100% at fault here. But the question is, can he be called a scammer? And that's the real deal, because I know that Logan Paul has threatened to sue Coffeezilla. Now, those threats are long gone now, but as much as I have understood everything, he actually can. And people are saying, oh, there's no case to it. There actually is, because Coffeezilla named his whole series exposing Logan Paul's scam, and that scam, and he implies that whole thing is going on, that he's defrauding people of their money. Now, that's liable, and actually, well, Logan Paul is not gonna sue him because that would be like PR suicide, but I think he would probably win the suit, because Coffeezilla pretty much explicitly calls him a scammer in that video, in that title, everywhere. But the thing is, Logan Paul does not fit the definition of a scammer. You see, unless there is proof that Logan Paul got paid for the misfortune of those other people who invested, he legitimately enriched himself through the process, and as long as we don't get proof that he somehow sold his tokens, he has not scammed anyone. Because the word scam is very specific. To scam someone means defrauding a person of something valuable, be it money, be it property, be it an object or whatever, through lies, manipulations, and things like that. So, for example, if you tell someone, hey, look at this link, it's the greatest thing ever, and they click on it and it's some kind of torrent that makes them download or get rickrolled or something like that, that's not a scam. But if you tell someone, hey, click on this, it's gonna make you a millionaire, and they download a keylogger and then their bank accounts get robbed or something like that happens, now that's a scam. For it to count as a scam, you need to prove that Logan Paul enriched himself. Which, currently, it seems like we cannot actually prove. Because, otherwise that would have been in the video that there is money going to Logan Paul directly. But that's not there.
You knew Emilio, the gentleman who supposedly let his child invest in a cryptocurrency, was allegedly responsible for 2 rug pulls before you interviewed him. So either you missed that or you knew it and failed to let the public know. Why?
Yes.
Because it was a clear sign that he was also untrustworthy. You
Yes.
seemed pretty excited when the guy told you that he couldn't hatch the eggs.
Wait, you can't even hatch?
No, I'm telling you, it's just a picture.
You're kidding! You can't hatch?
You're kidding. You can't hatch?
You can't hatch?
Cringe.
Yeah, 1
Cringe.
second of research
Okay, that was a lot of cringe.
would prove that to be false, as you can
Admittedly, Logan Paul does not understand that nothing here makes him look good, honestly. Nothing he's saying makes him look good. But he unknowingly is actually casting somewhat of shadow of doubt on Coffeezilla. Because again, I watched his Coffeezilla's video. It's pretty bad. Because you can't do an investigation about Logan Paul and asking, because the situation is essentially like this. Logan Paul made something. He maybe intended to rug pull, but someone did it first, and then he didn't rug pull to save face. That's a reasonable possibility to spout, right? That's a reasonable thing to assume. But Coffeezilla concentrates on Logan Paul. So he contacts the people who did the rug pulling first. People who have everything to gain for Logan Paul taking the maximum fall on this. And he doesn't even question the legitimacy of those people's claims. And that's the fundamental problem with Coffeezilla's video. Because, wow, so the Z guy is the developer. That's the lead developer. Okay, I didn't actually understand that. Why would he hide his name? Because it's the lead developer. Obviously, that guy is gonna say, oh no, Logan Paul actually was really nice. We completely screwed him over. No, the guy's gonna obviously lie and say almost anything possible. And he doesn't try to corroborate anything. And this is the problem. Logan Paul could actually get a little bit of Coffeezilla there and cast reasonable doubts here, but he's too stupid to do it.
definitely hatch eggs and even breed your animals.
Click on that. Oh, we got a duck.
And as you pointed out in your fine print, cross-hatching was available on ETH at one point, but you perpetuated the opposite as truth with your chest out.
Basically, nothing worked.
And by the way, Guy, almost all NFTs are just
Guy.
pictures.
Oh, it's just a picture.
And surely a real internet detective
Hey, it doesn't actually matter if it's a picture, if it's a balloon, if it's whatever. You're still in the wrong.
would not break criminal and civil laws in trying to get information, right? So why have you allowed the illegal recording of Jeff's phone call without his permission? And then more like an internet criminal, post it online.
And it was interesting. It was like, this is wild.
Now, although you didn't verify any backgrounds, substantiate any evidence, took multiple criminals' words as truth, and broke laws,
True.
you still
I don't know about the law-breaking part. I saw people argue about it on Twitter. I'm not sure how much that matters or doesn't matter. It kind of depends on each state's law. Whatever, I don't care too much about it. I hope he's honestly not in the wrong by posting that. I mean, Coffeezilla, but you know, it is what it is.
publish the defamation.
This is just the Logan Paul being extremely petty now. But he is right. He is right, actually. He should have done a way better job at pointing it out, but Coffeezilla taking the word of people who have everything to gain of Logan Paul getting the maximum heat and blame for all of this is kind of a big deal. That he just, oh yeah, I'm trusting these people. And he never questions them. That's like the thing. He never casts a single shadow of a doubt. I think I should actually do a video. I think I should review at least the first part, because the second and third part were so fucking boring.
Criminals' words as truth and broke laws, you still publish the defamation. However, unlike you, the blockchain doesn't lie. So let's highlight some things that you did point out. Crypto King Jake stole $6 million.
Wait, no. You should have... Wait, you can't... God, Logan Paul could... Again, this is horrible currently. This guy's a moron. This guy's an actual moron. There are criticisms that you can label against Coffeezilla extremely easy, because that cannot be called an investigation. But you can't just say, oh, Coffeezilla lied, and then show, oh, something else that doesn't involve Coffeezilla. Like, no. You can't say X lied and then say, oh, look at Y, he did that. What's the connection between Y and X? Like, how does Y doing something prove that X lied? It doesn't.
True or not, we had already removed.
You see, this is why, by the way, I try to not cover anything about any of the Pauls. And by the way, what's happening with Jake Paul? Is he even alive?
Moved him from the team when we realized he was a bad actor and his motives were purely financial. Conman Eddie, lead developer, stole one.
Every single person's motives were 100% motivated by money. All the investors, all the people who bought into this, all of them thought that it's going to make them millionaires. There was most likely not a single person in this whole deal who did not invest themselves in this for anything but money.
1.7 million. True or not, when we learned he was a bad actor as well, he was immediately removed from the team. While myself and Jeff sold nothing and made nothing as verified through...
Well, currently we don't see anything. But again, you can have a trillion billion wallets, so, you know, maybe there is something to be found. So, but yeah, currently he hasn't made anything. And this is the thing. This is the big thing.
Investigation and the blockchain.
Jeff,
So you can't call him technically a scammer because he has not enriched himself.
Logan's manager, to my knowledge, never sold. Neither did Logan Paul.
I repeat, Jeff and I made no money and will never make any money on Crypto Zoo. In fact, we only lost money trying to pick up the pieces. As has been the case with dozens of crypto and NFT projects, the space is unfortunately ripe for bad actors to infiltrate projects that start with even the best intentions. Jake the
Best intentions. Oh, come on. You can't just shift the blame. Oh, the people I hired were bad. No, it's your job to vet them. And seemingly there was a little bit hinted about this guy potentially being a bad apple, but again, Coffeezilla provides so little actual proof of anything, so it's kind of hard to understand how much was told. For example, about this guy being a liar or a scam artist or whatever.
Snake is no longer affiliated with Crypto Zoo, and we hope the money he reappropriated was worth ruining his reputation. Conman.
Definitely, if he got away with 6 million, that is 100% true. I would completely shatter every single bit of reputation or whatever for 6 million. That's not even a question. Just point me in the direction I will go ruin shit 100%. 6 million? You got me, Chief. I'm in. Sign me up. I'm not gonna turn down 6 million for something as measly as a reputation where it doesn't even honestly matter.
And Eddie is being investigated by a higher authority that I cannot speak on. As you can imagine,
That's bullshit. Okay, that's 100% bullshit, by the way. If there is a higher authority investigating a guy, you can't even say that there is a higher authority investigating him. You're most likely you have been told that you can't even speak about it, okay? And you're just saying here, oh, there's a higher authority investigating. Who? Your mom? Is your mom investigating Eddie? Who's You can't say that if it's true. There's something off about that one.
Speak on. As you can imagine, I was not cleared from legal to discuss much of this, including the legal process being undertaken and the criminal investigations going on.
This is a common thing that almost all big YouTubers, all big everyone's use. oh, my legal advisors have told me I shouldn't speak about things. Smart, but not a good look.
During the fallout, but I do appreciate you calling out that rats under my nose stole the game code, millions of dollars, and left Jeff and I abandoned with no team and knives in our back. But even after 12 months of work, you've still managed to overlook one crucial piece of information. See, even though I've said it's coming so many times, you've assumed that CryptoZoo isn't being made. Who are
Bullshit.
you to decide when the development timeline ends? I got everything stolen from me in our community, stopped promoting publicly as soon as I knew the extent of the internal.
Yeah, this video is horrible. No wonder he deleted it. And again, Coffee's video is not actually an investigation. He could have done so better. He could have cast serious doubt on Coffeezilla. By the way, Coffeezilla is not a bad guy currently, I would like to say, but I don't like him too much. Coffeezilla is someone who takes too much pleasure in being right, not the fact that he's right. And there's a distinction, because it's kind of about an ego thing. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if, 3, 4, maybe 5 years later, Coffeezilla makes some kind of video on someone, and that person, after, just comes in with the receipts and just points out everything that Coffeezilla has done badly and lied and so on. Because I think for Coffeezilla, it's more about being right than being the good guy. He takes so much pleasure in too much personal pleasure in this. So yeah, man, you had a shot, Jake. I mean Logan, but you're too stupid to actually do anything, huh? Well, sad. Not sad for you though. You're a piece of shit.
Issues took all of the heat on social, and you still published a defamatory hit piece, fully knowing I was innocent, just so you could enrich
Defamatory hit piece does sound accurate, to be honest.
yourself in your $10 million studio.
Ooh.
Sharp, but deeply unethical, dangerously misleading, and illegal. I suggest you use the money you got from pumping your Patreon to hire a good lawyer.
Ooh.
You're gonna need it. And maybe we could have talked about this if you had reached out to me, personally. Not my manager, Jeff, who is not me, Steven, but the first time.
Oh, by the way, people are saying, "Oh, what's the point of a manager if he doesn't tell you everything?" You idiots! That's exactly the point of a manager. If a manager tells you everything, every stupid email that you receive on any random MacGuffin trash, there's no point in having a manager. A manager is supposed to sort out the important shit from not the important shit. Oh, that pisses me off.
You did was on Christmas Eve, after you released your series, so you could rely on false statements and unreliable.
That is actually pretty big if that happened. There was an original December, yeah, and so it's after.
After you released your series, so you could rely on false statements and unreliable people used reckless. Your series.
Wait, I want to read what is this? It makes me sad to see you try to discredit my work, given how many times I've reached out in good faith. Nevertheless, once again, I have to invite you to tell your side of the story on my platform. If you have nothing to hide, this should, and that's it. Okay.
You did.
Wait, is that third request for comment? Oh, okay. Oh, look at that! Man, that's using some harsh. If you have nothing to hide, then you will do it. Oof, that's baiting.
Was on Christmas Eve after you released your series, so.
Wait, that's actually pretty big. Wait, Coffeezilla actually. I remember something about Coffeezilla trying to defend himself, that he actually contacted Logan Paul a year before. I don't remember this, but the text attached to that did not sound anything remotely even related to CryptoZoo, by the way. I could be misremembering it, so I need to see it again. But the way I read it, it sounded like completely not even related to CryptoZoo at all. It was like very vague. So using that like, oh, this is when I contact you the first time, like even a year ago, is pretty bad. But you see, things like this, This is actually a red flag that Coffeezilla is gonna, you know, do things outside of the norm. Because that's pretty big. That is definitely big, if this is true. I think it's true, right? But yeah, this is already a huge ethics violation if you want to be an investigator or journalist. Retroactively email someone and ask, hey, you know that video I just released? Yeah, that's bad.
Was on Christmas.
But I guess nothing, honestly, Logan Paul says here matters because people just hate him too much. And rightfully 100% so. He's a piece of trash.
Eve, after you released your series so you could rely on false statements and unreliable people used recklessly. The subject line was third request for comment. Yeah, not quite. This will be my third time reaching out to you and your team. The first 2 times were through your manager, Jeff. The first 2 times were through your manager, Jeff. Okay, so the last time...
And that's, by the way, something a manager should tell you.
On Christmas Eve, after the fact, was to me. You have a funny way of twisting things. And I also noticed you left out that part on...
No, this is him twist. This is Logan Paul now. Logan Paul, yeah, twisting things. But admittedly, Coffeezilla also... Ooh, I didn't even see this. Nice. Yeah, Coffeezilla is also twisting out things. Hey, if you're gonna show a DM, show the full DM, not a cherry-picked selection. Man. Again, I don't think it matters what the Logan Paul actually... He can't win. It's like in the eyes of the beholder, he has 100% lost because he's just too hateable of a stupid of an idiot.
On Twitter. Why hide that? Trust me, CryptoZoo is coming. I will make damn sure of it. And honestly...
The funny part is now he actually kind of forced to make sure of it. Which is gonna be kind of funny, but hey. Actually, that's probably even good for him, because then he gets people hyped up because CryptoZoo is finally gonna happen, yet again, and then he finally gets the ability to actually cash out. And now he has cashed out legitimately, and he no longer can be considered a scammer on any front because he kind of... Would that work in a court of law? I don't know.
It sucks that after years of personal reform, going through trials and tribulations, and busting my ass to evolve into a person that I can say I'm actually proud of, you led the
Well, to be honest, it's not like he has evolved past Magikarp too much currently, but hey.
Charge to drive and monetize a narrative telling millions of people that I'm a fraud or I tried to scam my audience. That is patently false. This video is mainly for my fans and anyone who's on the fence that I hope I can help understand a situation that is tremendously complex but has been oversimplified for both views and clicks. And lastly, Coffeezilla, I now know your motives with this. Clout and money, good for you, but also you're slimy as... So I'm not going to come on any of your podcasts. If you want to come on Impulsive and talk...
The irony of Logan Paul of all people saying that, huh?
About this, that's fine. You've denied my invitation multiple times. You're still invited. It can be...
Oh, that's actually also pretty big. I wonder if that's true. Again, I would like to see proof that he has invited him multiple times. But if he has invited him multiple times, Coffeezilla should be a man about it and actually just accept it. You know? It's not like he's doing a real investigation where it matters, where that would be, like, bad. Man, he should have accepted it.
Be a one-on-one. If not, we're going to handle this ourselves while we continue to build CryptoZoo, and I'll see you in court.
See you in court, yeah. Man, people were pissed about this. But he would probably win a court case, because again, Coffeezilla pretty explicitly calls him a scammer. And that video has gotten, now that I watched it, because I watched it recently, it has a combined total of like 15 million views. There is absolutely no way that in some way you cannot find some kind of an iota of proof that has impacted a Logan Paul negatively. For example, even if he loses like subscribers there, that's already technically proof of that. I don't know. But he could win. Because Logan Paul currently does not, he doesn't fit the word scammer. Because he has not enriched himself. He has not taken money or anything from people. Yes, people have lost money. But Logan Paul is not the one who took that money away from them. And that's like a big deal here. But anyway, yeah, this video is horrible. Man, he had a chance, but it's like this thing, this needs proof. And if there was proof to this, holy shit, would that be actually big? Because that would seriously kind of... That would cast a seriously bad shadow over Coffeezilla as a whole. Calling him the Keemstar of things. Saying that he did liable things. But yeah. Wow, so this guy was the lead developer. Yeah, and Coffeezilla does not question these guys at all in his video. That's insane. That's why you can't really call it an investigation. Very interesting. Anyway, horrible video from Logan Paul. Understandable why he deleted it. It's complete garbanzo. But it is what it is. Anyway, I'm out. Like and subscribe.